Today we are attempting to hike Mount Adams, second highest mountain in New Hampshire, elevation 5,774 feet, in the northern presidential range in New Hampshire. We're to attempt to take the airline trail all the way to the top. Then we're going to head down a little bit after reaching the summit, provided we reach it. Then pick up the Gulf Side Trail, take that to the Madison Hut, which is closed, then take Valley Way down. No way am I going down airline in these conditions. So, see what this brings us, and hopefully you can get those off. We are in the beginning stages of winter up in the White Mountains. Can't wait to see what the upper elevations of the mountain are going to be like. And hopefully I can get some views to go along with it. Yeah, for brook crossing, which is not frozen, just cross it carefully. Never know if there's going to be black ice on those rocks. Anyway, now we're safely across. Fired up the airline. The trail's pretty generally easy right now, but that'll all change big time once you get farther up and above tree line. Well, we've reached a junction with Beechwood Way. Goes that way and that way. We're not going that way. Sticking on the airline. Hopefully it's not too crazy above tree line. Onward to the next trail junction. Got a series of rock steps. Winter, dead of winter that is, this won't be a problem. This will all be buried by snow. Nice. Make it to the next junction with a short line trail. This goes that way. Goes to the RMC camps and the King Ravine Trail, which goes up King Ravine. But we're not going that way. Just going up King Ravine this time of year will be a death wish. So, staying on the good old airline trail. I'm exhausted. This is the biggest hike I've done in a long, long time. Not used to it. Last time I went to the Whites or hiking the big mountains, 4Ks, 3Ks and all that, was middle of last October. And you hiked Lafayette. Oh well, I'm going to chug along. If I don't get to the summit, hopefully I can at least get to the airline cutoff. That way I'll just visit the Madison Hut. But I'm planning to get to Adams. Oh yeah. I forgot to mention, I have been on this trail before. Last August, I believe, where I hiked Mount Madison with my buddy Josh. But haven't been down the upper part. The part past the airline cutoff. So this will be new to me. I remember this part curves around and meets another trail. Alright. We just passed the Randolph Pass junction. Now we are headed 1.5 miles further up the airline to the Scar Trail. And I believe that will mark the beginning of the Durand Ridge Knife Edge. Wonder how that will be this time of year. Let's find out, but first, let's get to the Scar Trail. Alright. Do believe this 1.5 mile section right here is where it's going to start to get steep. Oh well. We can do this. Just tackle it bit by bit. This is going to be a fun one. I can feel it. Alright, continuing up airline. The super steep stuff hasn't come up yet, but believe me, it will. And I'll tell you when it will. Alright, coming to one of many steep parts along airline. As you can see, time for micro spikes. And It is a heck of a lot easier to grip this trail now that I got them on. Fantastic. Got a steep switchbacky part. That's where he came from. Way down there. This is where we're going. Way up here. Let's do it. Got a neat snow-covered erratic boulder right here. Right now we're skirting the lower slopes of Adams. Onward to the Scar Trail we go. I'll meet you farther down the trail too. Alright, we have yet another steep section. It's steeper than it looks, trust me. I gotta take a breather down here. I'll meet you farther up that steep pitch. This thing just goes up, 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 without stopping. But it will. I remember there being a somewhat level part before he hit the Scar Trail. Let's get on it. This snow is something. Boy, am I glad I brought these spikes. Definitely need them, and I'll probably need them even more once you hit treeline. Onward we go. Trail just got a lot less steep. I think this may be the part that I referred to earlier in the video. Lo and behold, you've made it 1.5 miles to the Scar Trail junction. And the airline goes that way to Mount Adams. Let's see where we are. You're right there. We're taking, sorry if it's a little shaky. The airline, 0.7 miles here. We'll take it all the way to the top. I'd say it's about a mile and a half, 2 miles to the top, very, very roughly. But we can do it. I have confidence in us. Let's do it. Alright, now I am pretty much decked out in full winter gear. Micro spikes. Full face hat, goggles, and everything. So, should be getting pretty close to the beginning of the above portion tree line of Duran Ridge. And I'll meet you once you get there, if nothing interesting comes up. Snow is getting noticeably deeper. I mean, look at this. Pretty good sized footprint right there. Oh well. I'm gonna love it. Maybe not the steepness, but that can't be avoided when you're on the northern Precies. But I am loving this winter-like environment. Now this is what I came to see. Well, we have a notably somewhat open section right here. I can tell we're getting close. Means you shouldn't have that far to go above tree line till we get to the airline cutoff. We're walking in the winter wonderland. Snow is covering everything, and it's got to be like 3-4 inches deep, and at the deepest. Looks like a little broken out path here. Sooner or later, it's going to be snowshoe season. Can't wait. Although, I definitely have some training to do before I climb this or any other northern Precies in snowshoes. Well, we reached the classic stop. This area has the worst weather in America sign. I believe it. But I'm well equipped, so I'm gonna go for it. And if I don't make it to the top, that's fine. I mean, I've already hiked Adams, so no loss. Welcome to the treeless alpine zone. Oh my god. experiences, but Prezzies aren't even sucked in. It's King Ravine down there. Farther up there is Grand Ridge. Up there, destination for the day, Mount Adams. There's Mount Madison. I'm going to take a breather before tackling this section, and I'll meet you farther up. There's some drifting going on. It's a deep drift. It's got to be like a foot deep, not more. That's above tree line for you, folks. And onward we go. Up there. Come on, Spikes. We got a sign here. Upper Bruin Trail. That way. Up the airline we go. Take a look at how deep that footprint is. There are times where I've had to break through a foot of snow, and others where the snow looks deep, but it's only like 2 inches deep. That's what makes it a challenge. Some of the drifts are more than a foot. Oh man, got a long way to go to Adams. Not distance-wise, but vertical gain-wise. Let's do it. Alright, we are chugging along the upper portion of the airline trail. Schmidtly Dump goes down there to the King Ravine Trail, but that is hella steep and a death wish. So we're just going to continue along the snow-drifted airline trail. Alright, got a steep section on the knife edge proper. Gonna be an interesting last mile or so, to say the least. Man, Durand Ridge is something else. That's what just came up. Back over there is where we're going. Mount Adams. And the wind is getting strong. There, and we should be getting fairly close to the junction with the airline cutoff. So I will meet you once you get there. Reach the junction, the airline cutoff. This goes to the Madison Spring Hut over there. Looms below Mount Madison. Fortunately, that hut is closed, so I gotta stop there on the way back. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get into it. I'll probably just hide behind it and eat lunch there. Because something tells me I won't be spending too long on Mount Adams. So, I'm going to take a quick breather here, water break, then press on towards the summit some more. The wind is getting strong. Strong enough to interfere with my balance. Yep, we got to go up there. And I saw a couple people heading down Durand Ridge up it. Not the only one crazy enough to venture above tree line and stuff. On we go, and I'll meet you farther up airline. Alright, we've reached a junction with the Gulfside Trail, which goes that way towards Madison Hut. Hopefully it doesn't go down there. Can't see sign too well, even when you wipe off the rime ice, but I'm telling you, we're here. So, I believe the next junction or destination is the summit of Mount Adams. So, I'm going to take a breather here get ready for that final 6/10 of a mile. It'll meet you farther up. From this little vantage point on the Gulfside Trail, you can really get a good look at Mount Madison's massive, bulky cone. It's true, everything looks better in the winter. Now I realize that. Awesome mile to Mount Adams. Should be right up there, assuming that's not a false summit. Let's do it. Gotten this far, not turning back unless it's consequences are dire. Man, this part right here is really tough because this rock hopping over snow and rime ice, and the latter two, the snow and the rime ice, make it a lot more difficult. Top it all off, I don't have trekking poles, so going up and going down, especially going down this thing, it's going to be quite interesting. Man, it's like you're in the Himalayas or something. I mean, look at it. Just beautiful and rugged, devoid of trees. This is what I live for. Now let's go. Man, I'm loving it so far. Man, shouldn't have too far to go. So onward we go on the airline trail, and I'll meet you closer to the summit. Alright, I believe our destination is generally up there. Although, good chance that could be a false summit. Man, we are really walking in a winter wonderland. Oh well, this is what I came here to see. And I'm getting it, so I'm happy. Not too happy about having to practically go on all fours to get up that last section, but whatever. I'm happy. Alright, for the most part. I believe we're making the final push toward the summit of Adams. So I'll meet you once you get there, assuming nothing interesting comes up. Gotta be like 45, 50 miles an hour. Maybe just even more. Maybe that's what the OBS is talking about. Anyway, you've got Jefferson over there. Clay. The good old rock pile. Wildcat D, Wildcat A. And the Carter Mariah Range. Oh yeah, and over there's Mount Madison. What a trip it was to get up here. It was, well, at the beginning it was kind of easy until we hit the steep part. Then when he hit the real snow nice, I got, oh my god. But I did it. Second time I summited Mount Adams, and first in these conditions like this. Heck, it's really the first time I've ever set foot on any northern presidential in conditions like this. I didn't know which way to get down. I ended up making the airline. But it's there to take me on the back. I'll let you know well, I had my so much fun. Now we are going to take the Gulfside Trail, which you're currently on. This is the Madison Spring Hunt. Just like I said earlier, it's close to the season, so no hot cocoa or cake or any of that good stuff. Still, I can rough it outside the hut. Yeah, so I just sank through like another foot of snow. But that's okay, because we have arrived at the now close of the season Madison Spring Hut. And I gotta be honest, my memory is as good as I think it is. I think this is the first time I've ever visited a hut when it was closed this season. Kind of sad, but whatever. So, gonna eat my lunch here, or at least the second half of my lunch, because I had the first half on the summit proper of Mount Adams. Then I'll catch it down the Valleyway Trail. Making our way down the beginning part of the Valleyway Trail. As you can see, it's quite snowed in. Must have all drifted here from the winds and the storm. So, I'll check back with you once you get below treeline, or into the trees for reals. You know what? You honestly probably could snowshoe this. Certainly make traction easier, although the snow is just going to get 3 times as deep in the coming months, so what's the point? Man, so far, this is one of my favorite hikes I've done this year, because it's only November 8th or 9th, I think it is, and yet it looks like full-on winter. Gotta love New Hampshire weather, specifically White Mountain weather. So, just gonna chug along down the Valleyway Trail, and I'll meet you farther down it. Once we reach the junction with the Upper Bruin Trail, goes back to the airline, but we don't want to go back down airline. We want to go down the easier trail, Valleyway. Oh yeah, just for your own information, we just passed the junction with the Lower Bruin. So, and I also believe I think it's another 4/10 of a mile from that junction to the next one. Then I think it's 1.2 to the next one after that. Then about a mile from that one to Appalachia, passing several other smaller minor junctions. I wasn't recording for a while because I was tagging along with a trail runner for about maybe a few tenths of a mile, half a mile, and I just got pooped, so I let him go his merry way, and now I'm back to recording. Snow is definitely starting to go noticeably down as you descend toward Appalachia. By the time we get down to the last mile or so, it'll really feel like anticlimactic, so to speak, because of the insanely high level of snow here, and there's like no snow down low. Oh well, can't have it all. Alright, we're back at the trailhead. I gotta make this video quick because I got almost nothing for battery power, but Bad Mount Adams via the airline, Gulfside, and Valleyway trails. Very good hike, but tough at the same time because of all the snow and ice combined with the steepness, but I had a hell of a time. Round trip distance was 9 miles at 4,500 feet of elevation gain. So, from the Appalachia Trailhead and Mount Adams, see you on my next adventure.